Welcome back into this week's edition of Maverick Insider. The Minnesota State football team is ranked number 9 in the nation and currently has a 6-1 record. I'm Rob Clark, joined alongside head coach Todd Hoffner. Coach, team is coming off of the bye week. As a coach, how do you really want to approach that week and really balance the rest versus rust, I guess?
Well, I think it's important that you continue to refine, hone in, and develop the skills that you have and try and build on them. That's tough to do when the players, all they hear is bye, off, kind of weak, and that's hard. So we reduced their reps by about 33%. We practiced one less day. Obviously, we didn't do anything on Saturday or Sunday, so you try and do the best you can. There is no magic formula out there, but what's in the heart and minds of young men is what they believe.
How valuable is the bye week for some of those players dealing with injuries to be able to kind of have that as another week of rehab and get feeling fresh?
Yeah, when it comes to guys that are out of the lineup right now, it gives them an opportunity to gain more time, right? Time is their friend, and obviously they got a little bit more time than they normally would have had. But when it comes to a team who's hot, you win 4 games in a row and you have to take a bye and some of the guys are just getting in their groove, then you take a break. I'll tell you 4 weeks from now how we did as a team coming out of this bye.
For this defense, I know we've kind of talked about it a lot this year, but against Winona State, open up that second half with a couple of scores by the defense. Just how big is that, for this group to be able to manufacture points from that side of the ball?
Yeah, I think it's important when you have lost, some of your most potent weapons on offense, and obviously Trayshawn being missing from the lineup, that's crucial, and that's tough for us to offset, but I thought the offense did really well playing as a unit last week, and defensively, you got to be in the right place at the right time, right? And then if quarterbacks make decisions and throw the ball to you, obviously you got to catch it. Yeah. And then what happens after that, you got to make a decision, but picking up a fumble and a scoop and score, that's another being in the right place at the right time. So as much as coaches want to say that's what we dialed up, that's what we did, all that stuff, but there is some good fortune that comes with it. And, on that day, obviously we played really well on offense and defense.
And special teams too. Fournier able to connect for 50-plus yards on a field goal as well. Now as we look at this Mavericks team coming up, it's Wayne State. What will that matchup really come down to?
This is the best Division II 3 and 4 team in the nation. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it that they can beat anybody in our conference, and they have their quarterback coming back. They have the best running back in the league that we're going to have to face. Their offensive line, strong, powerful. They move people. They got great weapons to throw the ball deep downfield. So we're going to have our hands full, and their defense is exceptional. It's probably the best defense in the league. They're really big up front. They're really powerful up front. All their linebackers are really exceptional, and then their secondary is stout too. So we're going to have our hands full, and we're going to have to catch a few breaks here and there. We have to try and be able to run the ball no matter what, but stopping the run is going to be a crucial key to that game if we're going to be in a position to try and win it.
How crucial are each of these last 4 games in terms of where this team ends up at the end of the season and playoff implications wise?
Yeah, this weekend is the only thing we're thinking about, because this weekend is our do or die game for us, and I know it's important for Wayne too. So it's a game where they're going to have 2 really physical football teams crashing, colliding, cracking heads against each other, and last man standing is probably going to be the one that comes out on top.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach.
Horns up.
We'll see you next time on Maverick Insider.